Continuing to cover the convoy demonstrations downtown entering day 16. Keep those texts coming. Lots of reaction to this morning and lots of anger and frustration out there. But someone who's in town having a little bit of fun with this today, and that is comedian Walter Masterson, who joins us on the line. Good morning, Walter.
Hey, good morning.
I know your shtick and your bits usually include, we've seen lots of videos of you going to Trump rallies and talking to some major politicians who really aren't making any sense in a way. So what are some of the conversations you've been having so far while you've been on the ground here? What have you been able to ascertain, I guess?
Well, yeah, I knew walking into this that I thought, I don't think it's just about one thing. I think it's a flashpoint for this sort of MAGA Trumpism thing, and I feel like a lot of them feel like, oh, I can finally be like an open Trump supporter in this place.
Well,
majority.
Oh, absolutely. I was mentioning, I watched one of the streams the other night. They called this, basically like a giant Trump rally, and they were super happy about that. In that aspect,
you don't understand. This is the biggest Trump rally I've seen. It's the entire city.
When you see what you've been seeing in the U.S., the coverage of this, you mentioned that it has been fairly focused on one particular issue. I guess when you come here and you see the news coverage, I guess what can you tell us about the comparisons that you see between the two?
I'm not a journalist. I'm just
a comedian,
which is so frustrating as to why I can ascertain why they're really there better than like some corporate media person that comes in from the United States and talks to them, because. You ask them about the vaccine, they'll tell you about the vaccine. If you start asking them about literally everything else, Donald Trump.
Sometimes you don't have to ask.
Yeah, that is also true. Sometimes they'll just let you know.
Oh my God, this sucks. Oh. Okay, they're in full force. And they don't care that it's snowing. God bless them. How do I look, man?
I love it.
I love it. You're not wearing camo too, and you're gonna wear black?
Yeah.
So, okay.
Antifa black.
Antifa black. There you go. Yeah. You're saying the camo sticks out too much.
Well, I was noticed a lot last time I was here, so.
All right.
Yeah.
Am I cool in this Trump hat? I feel like everyone's wearing the Canadian flag stuff. I might be the only person in a MAGA hat.
Absolutely not. We'll see it. Last time I was here, I had there were people walking down the street, they had the Trump and JFK Jr. flags.
Oh, God.
So, yeah.
So this will be mild.
Yeah.
But yeah, look at them. Little Carhartted barber jacket. It's up.
Fight you guys, okay? And it's your own rule. Everybody in Texas says no more fucking masks. You're fucking hypocrite. It's your own rule.
Have a nice day, dude.
Fuck you. How's that?
Thank you.
Keep fighting to sabotage the Canadian economy, guys. It's a great freedom. Keep fighting for that.
It's our right to go into bankruptcy. Oh wow. I'm glad there's people that hate us. I'm glad there's enough Ontarians that hate us. You have been here for how many weeks?
I've been here since day one, so we're entering the third week.
It seems like they have a really good infrastructure, and they're actually very good at entrenching themselves in Ottawa.
So I think that is because settlerism is ingrained in their DNA. So naturally, they are good at what they're doing right here, taking over shit that's not theirs.
Fair enough. I feel like it's not about just vaccine mandates. I feel like it's like a flashpoint for them to talk about fascist, MAGA shit.
I think that's fair. The only real consistent point has been fuck Trudeau. So really this is about overturning the government, which is a minority government, not even a majority government.
Wait, what's a minority government?
We have a parliamentary system, which means that right now, Justin Trudeau doesn't have full command of the House. He has a percentage that's less than half, which means the parties actually need to work together to get anything done. If you have a majority government, then you're able to push through your legislation a lot more effectively. But when you're a minority government, in theory, it's a bit more democratic because you have to have collaboration.
Forces you to govern.
Yeah. Exactly.
But they don't want a minority government. They want a winner take all.
They want not Justin Trudeau, and they want their guy, even though their guy they haven't really identified. They don't have a guy.
Okay, so there's no one at the center of this whole leadership?
There are people here who support the PPC. Maxime Bernier is their leader, and he got a single-digit % of the vote. And actually, the only government that they've successfully sort of overthrown is the Conservatives, who maybe would be aligned with some of these folks. Their leader got ousted during this coup. So they've overthrown, but perhaps not what was intended.
How much does this resemble American MAGA fascism?
I think that there's a lot of overlap.
You have the Republican Party in the United States that still have good guys like Donald Trump, DeSantis. You have a couple of media in the U.S. that are still there, have good guys, Fox News, Newsmax.
Because it seems to have the same characteristics of anti-communism, anti-lockdown mandate, anti-mask, anti-China,
Anti-WEF, right? The World Economic Forum, anti-globalism, anti-Semitism. All of that is just baked into what these folks are doing.
Got it. Is there any legitimacy to what they're talking about that you're like, I can see that?
I think that there are some people here who genuinely, are upset about everything, and they've lost their simple little lives, and they understand that politicians don't really care if they live or die. So they've struck on that, but unfortunately are susceptible to being fed this alt-right narrative that is very simple, flat, not nuanced, and they uncritically absorb that. So, that's kind of my take on it, that there's people here who have legitimate grievances, but are not expressing those in a way that's productive, because even the discussion about vaccine mandates, most of those vaccine mandates are provincial. And in our Constitution, we have a separation of powers. So literally, Justin Trudeau cannot control provincial mandates.
So everyone here is like, fuck Trudeau, fuck Trudeau. However, Justin Trudeau cannot control the mandates for each province. Even if Justin Trudeau wanted to lift the mandates, he can't, because the Constitution of Canada gives power to the provinces to do what they want in terms of mandates.
Right. The provinces have specific powers, and mandates would fall under that purview. And as far as the border mandate, well, the U.S. has a similar restriction.
And even the mandate for Ottawa, the governor of this province is a Conservative, and it's his mandate.
It's his mandate. It's his mandate.
His mandate! Yeah.
Mind you, his daughter is upset at him, and she's very a vocal anti-vaxxer influencer, encouraging people to bring barrels of fuel here. So there's sedition even within the premier's family.
On its face, you see people dancing, listening to music, and it's sort of hey, we're so inclusive. Mm-hmm. We're not trying to divide everyone, right, like that, but how is that bullshit? Explain.
I mean, try wearing a mask and walking through this crowd, and
I got yelled at for wearing a mask.
There you go.
I was wearing my stupid bollock. This is my mask. This was my mask.
American flag. They should love it.
This was my mask, and they told me to take it off.
Oh shit! We got stuff going on.
They had a popcorn generator.
There's a generator over there. They're trying to do popcorn, and the police came over to close it down. That's all I know. And we're kind of making a joke out of it, because now, as it starts to begin, you have 2, 3, you got 10, 15 cops standing around to stop someone with.
Give them back their popcorn!
That's right, so everybody's going, popcorn police! It's so ridiculous.
This is our false flag operation. They are doing to us exactly what they did on the 6th of January. False flag operation. They send their
Antifa,
agents.
yep.
Yeah, they send their agents. They put the trouble, and after that, they blame it on the patriots that were there. And I honestly, after all these years, I just can't believe that someone still believes them.
We see numbers of, there's maybe 500 people, etc. How many people were here the first weekend?
The first day, 1.784 million. The second day, 2.485 million. So I'd say a minimum of total of 12 million came here on over the 2 first weekends.
That's a lot of people.
So that's a lot of people. It's a small.
That's a third of all of Canada.
Yeah. I'm from Montreal, Quebec. Usually with the accent, you can already hear that I speak French.
Tell me how Trump opened your eyes.
Oh my God! In the beginning, in 12-16, I used to be a brainwashed zombie because I was watching my news on Facebook and all the dirtying campaign that Zuckerberg did on Trump did get into me because I never went to the States and the only message that was sent to my brain was the propaganda of the left-wing media.
Where should you get your media?
I think that the Trump social media is gonna really help to set things straight and open the eyes of the people that still need to be wake up. If someone tells you Trump is this or Trump is that, just listen to what Trump says.
Yeah, and I feel like that's the problem is people are taking what Trump is saying and then they write it down.
They turn it.
And then like when you read what he says like on a transcript, it just sounds like he's like a white supremacist. A lot of people are not talking about the real root cause of the socialist agenda is the banks.
Yeah.
The big banks.
Yeah. Right now in Canada, the debt is so high, if the central bank just cranks off a little bit the interest rate, we're screwed.
We need to get rid of the central banking system.
We are on our knees.
Big banks through big pharma, big tech,
big media,
and all of these sort of these huge corporations. And and that's how it's done.
I'm out of here because we're done. If we lose this fight, this country's over. Canada's always been a socialist type of country. You know what I mean?
And it's you've been living under socialism for a long time because of the health care.
Well, yeah, because of the health care, and they sneak it in here, they sneak it in there. Everybody gets used to it. Now everybody woke up, like heavily woke up.
What's the socialism like? It's like you want to see a doctor. And then you see a doctor, and then like they don't charge you.
It's not that great of a system, guys. I mean, if you had a car accident or your emergency, is fast.
Because it's a socialist healthcare system. They're using they call it like a triage thing.
Sort of, yeah.
It's what we have in there. You want to pay to see the doctor, you pay to see the doctor.
Exactly.
So like, I can pay to see the doctor right away.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't have to wait and do this like socialist triage system like they have in Canada. Yeah.
They're going to have to bring in a lot of firepower to get us out of here. Trust me. The word is out now, and they false flagged us enough times to scare tactics. When they do show up, then they're going to come this week. I know what they're going to do it. And we'll see how it goes. I mean,
what do you think? What tactics do you think they're going to use?
To move us out, to get us to move. What are they going to do? If I lock the doors, they're going to have to break the windows and drag me out of the truck. The only thing they're going to do, I say they're going to come in with tear gas the fuck out of us, But still, even at that, these trucks ain't moving.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's the thing, like, I feel like the police, I'm realizing lately that the police don't work for us,
well, no,
the
don't.
people. They work for the municipality, they work for the state.
Yep, exactly. You guys down on your side, you have sheriffs, the big city cops, they work for the city, But here, they're stormtroopers, and a lot of these cops, they're with us. I mean, honestly, there's a lot of them that I spoke to, because I've been here for 2 weeks, and I spoke to them, and they support the cause and everything. But they got to stop if they want to take back our country. They have to support us too. They can't apply the rules all the time. They're doing it. They're putting a lot of pressure in Windsor right now, heavily. So
the cops have been friendly and sort of on your side.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Even the OPP, Ottawa police. So I've been here since the beginning. We were up here on Bank, and the support of the people has been unbelievable. The food, the support, the fuel. Now they're cutting. We're still getting fuel. We get it smuggled in at night when we need it. I was out of town, so I filled up the truck, so I'm still good for a week. Some people are struggling because the truck payments, the insurance payments are crazy. I mean, it's organized. Like the insurance in Canada, there's only 3 companies that insures for trucks. Okay. On a truck that goes to the United States right now, a late model truck, you're going to pay between $25,000 to $35,000 a year in the insurance. That's besides the truck payment.
It's not that dope.
Hey, truck payment in a brand new truck is $3,500 a month. Insurance is $3 a month. And the truck's not working. Some of the guys down there says they're going to lose their homes, they're going to lose their trucks. The truck, we're not making money. But
So
we're in too deep now.
You think these insurance companies are part of the socialist agenda?
Oh, for sure, 100%. It's always the same cliques making the money. You could have cars doing 50 miles a gallon a long time ago. Trust me, a long, long time ago.
Oh yeah, no, I feel like the automotive industry,
They're all in bed
the
together.
automotive industry is definitely part of the socialist agenda.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, they're all in bed together. It's all. Who pays the bill? Us.
Us, the
The
consumer, the
consumer,
taxpayer.
the taxpayer, the middle class. We always get the bill.